Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online. Consider this a basic guide to flanking. I have played the game quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. I have seen and heard a whole lot about this whole magical flanking thing. Somebody yells, "Let's flank them," or types it in the chat at the start of a game, and then you see people running into a random direction thinking that's how you flank something. So I'm going to dispel some misconceptions. I am going to give you some basics, some helpful hints and tips on how to do successful flanking moves and maneuvers and, you know, flanking fire and so on, especially when you're playing solo quick play like I am here. I am in Timberwolf S and this is Alpine Peaks and I am coming up here on top. You can see what my teammates are doing. I don't know why they are all on the low ground. I mean, even children play this game called King of the Hill. There is a good reason for that. High ground has been an advantageous position in every single military engagement out there, which has happened even in our own history. And so the fact that when people decide willingly to take a low ground over a high ground at the beginning of a game, it just shows to me the whole lemming train mentality where, like, okay, somebody ran that way, let's all follow it, instead of taking over a stronger position on a map. So just that's an Alpine Peaks thing, has nothing to do with flanking. However, this here does. I know now where the enemies are, right? I saw those missiles, I saw those mechs, and so they are down here. And look at my position in relation to them, right? Look at it. However, as I poke around, they are all able to turn and shoot at me. I was no longer a flanker. I became the main engagement force, as you saw, because I was the first one to engage them, and then my teammates became the flanking mode. There is no flank in existence yet until two sides have engaged, until the red and blue have engaged and you are on the, essentially doing the flanking move or from the side, or whether you are getting even in the rear. That does not exist until your teammates are distracting them in such a fashion that they just can't afford to fully engage you. If 4 or 5 of those mechs had split out from the pack and come hunting for me, I would probably have been dead, right? I can't count on them being so bad that I could take 4 mechs at once, even in a Timberwolf. However, they were unable to do that because my team engaged them on the low ground right there. But as you can see, they are still able to fire back at me because not everybody of them is busy with my team yet. It is slowly getting to that point though where they really can't afford to shoot at me, and that makes this a successful flanking move. Firstly, I am a massive distraction for them. Some of them are waiting for me to pop out and, you know, to shoot at them. And that means my team down there gets to position better, gets to shoot at them freely, and so on. This is what successful flanking moves is about. You getting in a position where the enemies are distracted by somebody else on your team, so you have free reign on destroying them. Essentially free reign. If those people decide to turn and face you, you are no longer the flank. Then the rest of your team, or the other teammate, I mean, it only takes 2 persons to create a flanking situation. Then they are the flanking mode. And that is something you have to understand. This is the basic concept of flanking. Now, as you watch here, I am rapidly running out of UAC 5 ammo, and there comes a time when you realize, okay, I have to get in there. I haven't taken too much damage. I'm in a 75-ton heavy mech here. I am sturdier than a whole lot of things on my team. I mean, there are Ebon Jaguars around and so forth. I need to get in there, I need to share this armor I have on this mech with the rest of my team, or I'm going to start running out of teammates, you know, to keep them distracted and firing at them, right? That's something you also need to realize. Flank can only hold so far. You can only maintain a flanking move so long until you're going to, you know, have to abandon it for various reasons. Whether it's to, you know, get away safely, like for example 4 or 5 mechs decide to come after you, or whether it's to actually go help out your team. Which is why I came down here for. I came down here to help out my team, to ensure that we win this particular game. Instead of just me trying to rack up as many, you know, damage numbers as possible, which I could do by just sitting up there. And here I'm trying to kill the Nova, which the rest of my team is, you know, very, very distracted by. If that guy dies, the rest of my team can turn on these guys who are coming around the corner. They created quite a nice flanking move themselves, walking around the entire hill. However, that move by them came a little late, because we were, you know, having a mech advantage at that point already, right? We were winning, essentially. Now, do you understand the basics of flanking? I hope you do by now. It isn't about where you go on the map. It is about where your enemies are, where the rest of your team is in relation to where you are. And that is how you create a flanking move. That is how you flank. It isn't about just running in random direction when somebody goes, let's flank them. That's not how it works. You can't flank anybody until you know where exactly they are. And what they are doing even, that might be also helpful, right? And even then, this is a really, really close game, even with how successful my flanking move there early on was. This is a very, very close game. Thank you very, very much for watching, and hopefully you learned something out of this.